Big show coming up on this one. We talk all things about the trip with a big trainer, the stupid old Pelican. He'll give you all the insight about that. What do you got for us?
Jeez, you just burst me eardrum. Here's some Skittles from Marshawn Lynch, you Pelican, and Sammy Darnold, top 15. Let's see what Sip says after that performance. There's one from the Seattle Seahawks.
G'day everyone, big show coming up this one. Trainer straight off the plane, the old Pelican. Let's see what he's got to say in the Broncos.
Jeez, there goes me left eardrum. How about you snack on some Skittles from Marshawn Lynch and top 15 quarterback, huh? How about you have a jersey from the Here's a jersey from the Seahawks Pro Shop, you clown. Darnold 303 touchdowns, perfect passer rating. We'll see what you think about the Super Bowl. Oh, we break it all down. Plus, a special guest, Morgs, a.k.a. Sammy Darnold, rocking the helmet on an Alaska flight from bloody Seattle to LA. You'll hear all about it. Tune in right here.
Beauty. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Aces NFL show. I'm Tommy Sheridan. Just got back from Seattle. Don't know if I'm slinging Rixies or I'm in Seattle. Sim, how are you, big fella? The Aces hub's absolutely pumping.
Not well. Not well. Has not showered for 5 days. Has not taken the Darnold jersey off. He hasn't taken the helmet off for a whole flight, and he's rolling into the studio.
The boy from Riddles Creek.
What's the... Don't sound like that, do I, you idiot?
Golly, you should have got. You need to get your chompers out a little bit more, son. Just a little bit more out there, and that would have been elite. Jeez. Hey, welcome. Welcome.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Well done.
What a trip.
It's good to have Sammy Darnold on. Obviously, powered by PointsBet. We are back in studio. Sip, how are you? You had Australia Day. It's been 1,000 degrees.
Cruise control. I'm very, very jealous. You have to tell me all about this trip. Absolutely incredible by the looks of it, but I guess you've got a bit more to explain. Please share.
Where do we start? I must say, I'll start with his jersey because he has not actually taken it off. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. He's obviously worn shirts underneath, so he's got a T-shirt underneath, but he hasn't taken it off. And they don't duct tape the Metcalfs. He's actually started a trend. He's like, hey, man, I need some of that fucking tape. I got the Metcalf. I want to get the Darnold. So he taped up 5 blokes.
Unreal.
Taped up 5 blokes out the front. And everywhere we went, they loved it.
That's very good.
I
love that.
The best one was the DK Metcalf we found when we were doing street talk. And he goes, do you have some duct tape? I go, we actually do, brother. So we taped him up. He couldn't believe we had tape.
Morgs just pulled out a bag of, he had all these props in there. And he goes, I've actually got some tape and a texter.
Unreal.
Oh, there was that. I mean, talking about.
You got to, yeah. What do we got? Like, give us the lead up. Give us a, what do you, yeah.
Well, obviously, we left Saturday at 12 p.m. and we're recording this at 3:30 on a Wednesday.
You've done well to start off.
It's amazing what you can achieve. We're obviously in Adelaide last week with the Travis Head and Isaac Rankin. So for the Tommy Tour, it feels like we've just been on the road. But mate, big shout out to the Seahawks fam and team. They looked after us, something shocking. The experience was off its head. Seattle fans, I only saw 5 Rams fans, and when I saw them, I was like, they just got booed, but it was like a funny boo, so it was harmless stuff. But pre-game, there's a couple of units, man. Like we put up one video. I go, mate, how long's the face paint take? Like, because obviously I had my face painted last week. I said, mate, how long does it take to get off? He goes, fight, fight, and he's yelling out, and then he's squeezing me hand, and mate, he wouldn't let go of me hand, but he's squeezing it. And he goes, Hawks, and he just kept walking with me. And then, anyway,
I'm incredibly jealous because that stadium obviously looks amazing. And even if you're a road team on there, being able to witness that, I'm sure would have been absolutely incredible, particularly for that week in that environment. It would have been electric.
Even we went and got a coffee at some joint in the morning. We saw Seahawks Sammy. Congratulations. Well, international fan of the year. So we got a video of him getting his, or whatever it was, the certificate or the big ticket to the draft. That was pretty cool. But just, mate, everyone was rolling around in their jerseys. Even the homeless people, they all had Seahawks stuff on and they were rolling around. Everyone was painted in their Seahawks kit, and we'll start with pre-game. We'll save the game later in the field, but just outside of the stadium, what was your highlight?
Well, I love comparing it to Australian sport, and we just don't have anything like it. There's a whole town rooting for the same team, no matter where you go. As you said, Tommy, on the streets, in the cafe. I had the jersey on for 48 hours, so everyone would bring it up
48.
to us. But it was, but obviously,
looks like it's fucking 72 right now with the way he's going.
You get Saturday to Wednesday.
It's minging
2
a bit.
flights and a helmet.
96 hours hasn't stopped.
It's got a little bit on it right now, but
I can smell it.
But I got so many questions with you.
Smell his breath.
What's that got to do with it?
I've rattled him. That's what you get when you open up and talk like a squeezer.
No,
share.
but I just wanted to say it'd be like a prelim if Carlton were in a prelim and there was 90,000 at the G and 80,000 of them were Blues fans.
Yeah.
There is nothing like that atmosphere. It won't be like that at the Super Bowl. I've never been to one. Tommy, you've been to one. But going to an NFC or an AFC would be the same thing.
He's played in one.
I know he has.
No, they're the best.
Talking
I
about
agree.
our perspective there, I just don't think we have much like it. And I don't think it gets much better than that weekend, Tommy.
Yeah. It's incredible.
The anticipation for the game as well. Like it delivered. We'll get to that later. But everyone was pretty nervous. Like it wasn't like everyone knew that it was going to go either way. And all the people were lovely.
Yeah,
like we were, there's a lot of things when you're doing the content. You're like, do I go up to them? They're all just keen as, and they all got around it. So yeah, it was a great experience. And then we got in there early. We were really early. And mate, on the field, I'll take you back to the moment we walked on the field. We walked past Fox. And you've got Gronk sitting there. You've got Bradshaw. You've got all the superstars that we watch on TV. They're right there. Security's real strict. Come on, because we were trying to, if you slow down your pace, hurry up, move, stay in the lines. And then all of a sudden, we walked down the other end. We interviewed a couple of celebrities. Mike McDonald come around, and the crowd goes wild. All the players are there. Dicko was out there warming up. So we got to him early. Yep. Wanted to get to him early so he could do his prep. Didn't want to get in the way. Yeah. He was awesome. Got a photo. Said, "G'day, good luck." And then after that, we just got to kind of relax. And I went and had a look at the Rams boys warming up. Verse and the D-line, all those guys, they are monsters. Stafford and Jimmy G just airing it out in front of us. All the receivers started to just practice their routes. And then we went down the other end and watched all the Seahawks boys. For me, it was just, I was just standing there. I started talking to the ref. I go, "Ref, how are you?" I've got a video. I'll send it to you. But I go, "Ref, no PI today, mate. Let the game flow." And he couldn't speak because obviously it's very strict. But
very good.
It was just crazy, man. I was the atmosphere and the weather. Yeah. We'll talk about the game, but when I looked up, I was like, what the fuck happened to the Broncos game? And it looked horrific. Yeah. And we knew that. I said, I'm not too concerned about missing that game. No Bo Nix. I didn't think that was going to happen. But the weather in Seattle was perfect. Yeah. It was cold, like it was 6 degrees, but the sun was out till 5:30. Yeah. So probably the third and fourth was a little bit chilly. But there's no wind. It was the most perfect night. And it couldn't have been any better.
Something I was keen to ask you, Sip, because I think we probably don't lean on you enough. As you said, Tommy, the experience that he's got in the playoffs. But one thing I noticed was the crowd felt nervous, even before the game. There was an amazing vibe, don't get me wrong. Because I knew I was nervous. I was shit scared of the Rams. I'm quite confident against the Pats, and we'll get to that. But I did not want to play Stafford. And Tommy sort of said to me, it feels a bit quiet. Like the Rams game in week 18 or 17, whatever it was so much louder than it was the first half. And I said to Tommy, the crowd's nervous. Do you feel that as a player in a game like that where you're sort of fearful of the opposition?
Yeah, I reckon, look, I had a similar experience with the Eagles, obviously, in the NFC Championship game when we played San Francisco. And San Francisco were elite. Like, you go into there and you've got the home crowd advantage, but it was the exact same thing. Eerie kind of feeling going in. We score first and it's obviously everyone's up and about. But then when they go down and score on the very next drive, just stunned silence and you're like, oh, we're going to be in for a battle and you just don't know what you're going to get. So I know that feeling exactly. And it's because you're expected to win, isn't it really? Seahawks have been the best team in the NFC all year by a long way really in the end. And just that one last hurdle that you need to get, knowing you've got home advantage, but it could all end here, even though you've been the best team all year, just makes it tough. And we had that same feeling. So 14-3 as well. And you're like, we're expected to win this. Like nobody is doubting us whatsoever. So we better go and execute. But certainly, you can feel it throughout the whole crowd. So it's pretty cool you got to be able to experience that. Yeah.
The moment was Kyron Williams when he received the TUD. It was so quiet. And as as an athlete, you always say take the crowd out of it. The Rams boys would have loved that moment. They killed the crowd. It was just before halftime. We'll get into the game later, but that pass to Kyron Williams, not only did it kill the crowd, the whole defense was shocked and the play call was elite. No one saw it coming and it was well executed from the Rams offense. And I looked at you and I said, geez, that's when I said to you, I said, geez, the crowd's shit themselves here. And it's like, they'd want to get going because Rams have now on top when they were kind of playing from behind the first half a little bit. Felt like Seahawks were on top. So, yeah, the crowd was nervous, but you could feel that.
I want to shoot back to pregame a little bit. And obviously you had a little bit of, a few things going on and occurring throughout the whole pregame. I want to talk about Chris Pratt. Come on, give us a lot. We
the
saw a little bit of content there, but I want you to
the
come on.
mate.
You got to tell me.
I got nervous. I
can tell. Tommy Sheridan doesn't normally get nervous, people, but I tell you what, his sphincter got a little tight on that one, so I'd love for him to share.
Man, I just couldn't have gone up to him and said,
What a
"Hey,
man.
mate, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
What a man.
I'd love to ask you a question. Is that okay?" But instead, I've gone, "I'm so sorry. I'm from Australia. Will Cooper Kupp score a touchdown?" Like, man, what am I thinking? It's Australia Day as well. People are digging in. This bloke's a fucking peanut.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't mean that. I just wanted to. What you don't see is he just arrived. And I said, "Morgs, our man's arrived," because we knew the Seahawks team said he's the biggest dog on the field. So we've got to interview him. And I was like, wow, he's locked in with his mates. Like, he's with his boys. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to get him. But I just need him to, like, he just got here. And then I was like, fuck, we're not going to get another chance. And Morgs was like, just go up, man. Just do your thing. I was like, all right. And then for some reason, I'm so sorry I'm from Australia. Will Cooper Kupp score a touchdown? And mate, he was so receptive.
elite, though.
He was nice as, and he loves them.
That's great.
And he's like, yep, he'll be a difference maker. He'll definitely score.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We obviously spoke a little bit longer and then dapped up and gave him someone commented on my handshake. I thought it was elite, but some people said
Someone
that
gave
was...
you a hard time about the handshake.
Yeah, I read a couple of comments.
People pay attention.
You can't really win,
tell
can
you
you?
what,
You
geez.
can't win, but he was...
Nah, that's good.
He was really nice.
Awesome feeling, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Again, same again, my experience, like Bradley Cooper.
Oh, mate,
massive
he's the-
Eagles fan.
he's
He's
the
down on
goat.
the field and like embraces the whole thing. And it's just like, and in a funny way, it's like they're everyday people too. You know, it's so weird and hard to say that, but you know, absolute superstar too. Zach Bryan as well is a massive like Eagles fan as well, and he's down there. Kevin Hart was another one as well, and you're just like these people are literally right next to you, and here's me, this little boy from Australia, still trying to figure out how the whole thing works, and these big dogs on the sideline here, but you can have a conversation with them, and they're like, in a weird way, in awe of what you do, and like, you know, you're on the field like doing that stuff, and they're fans. It's so bizarre, but just at the same time, how kind of humble and normal they are, and you've been able to go up there and just be able to have the quick chat and him turn around and give you that kind of couple of minutes is pretty darn cool.
Well, Morgs was all over like obviously we had the mic on and just that's why we left it on. But yeah, it was cool. But it's easy when they love football and they're nice blokes. And he was a lovely bloke. And that's why I wanted to be short and sharp because he just got to the game. He's with three other guys. I think they were famous as well, someone said. But the other one was, I'll tell you about a couple of misses.
All right. I love this.
Could not get Richard Sherman. I was calling him Richard. I'm going Richard. I'm going Sherman. I'm like Sherman.
I'm not surprised, to be honest, on that one. Everyone else is great, but I'm not sure.
I fucking voted you. I was going American Pie vibe. I could not get his attention. And at the end, remember at the end, they're like, get off the field. And I was the last one. And someone gave him the phone to FaceTime. Yeah. And I was like, no, I'm going to get him. I just wanted a quick selfie. Yeah. And could not get him. Yeah, right. I just thought that would have been the cherry on top. And the other one was Gronk. Gronk was a legend. Like he was waving, gave us the thumbs up, but his security was like, he's fucking working, man.
You got the thumb. The thumb was
great. Gronk was great.
He'd probably have about four of them, wouldn't he? Yeah. Security guards and things
it was
like
more
that.
The Fox crew. They had security on the outside.
Right.
And
I did want to say that the thing about Bradley Cooper, that he's the best when at the end of the day on the field, even Chris Pratt, he was a true Seahawks fan. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you're just two fans. I don't know if Tommy wasn't aware of him, but Adam Ray, pretty big comedian, he plays Dr. Phil. I went up to him, I saw him on the sideline. I gave his usual catchphrase. I said, I went up to him and went, we'll be right back, in the Dr. Phil. And he turned to me in Dr. Phil within an instant. He says, we'll keep it right here. and it was just amazing because it was just, I know he's a diehard Seahawk. So that sort of stuff, when you walk into those people on the sidelines, it doesn't matter who you are really. If you're a big enough fan of you on the sidelines, you're all as one. So.
Well, speaking of fans, Tommy, let's get to the truth here. You've been riding this Seahawks train for long enough. There's wings flying everywhere. You can't pick which birds you want to choose. Like, where are we going with this? What's going on? You're riding the little coattails of the Seahawks. Here we go. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. Don't worry about the Ravens anymore. Oh, my God. Here we go. And look, where you at? Listen, you got to give me something.
I love Mike McDonald. I want him. He's got Raven DNA in his body.
Raven DNA.
They're his second team, all right? They're his second team. The boys are in Cancun. I thought, I'm going to jump on the Seahawks. The way they've treated us all year,
jumping
I love
on.
the Seahawks.
Jesus Christ, you're certainly jumping on.
You know,
we're on the coattails.
I love Dicko. I love JSN. I love number 11. I love the way they go about it. And I love the people involved. I love what they do for us.
I love it.
They are my second team. Do you have a second team? This is actually a question to people. Do they have a second team?
I don't think I do, to be honest.
No, I don't think I do.
Yep.
Well, I think yours is more than justified.
Yeah,
I just love. I actually just love.
Defensive coordinator goes in, takes the head coaching role. It's all right, but I'd give you a little bit of something and share it and see what you.
No, I have copped it online, and obviously there's a content play as well. Like God, I love it. Tell you what, we had the Puka jersey. I was going to do a skit afterwards, and I was going because if Rams won, I said, "Oh, geez, Morgs, like, you obviously can't. I'll do it, but geez, it'd be a slap in the face to the girls that have organised all these tickets and field passes." So what I was going to do was, if they won, I was going, all right, we're off to the Super Bowl. I was going to take the jersey off and have the Puka underneath. But in the end, because they lost, I got this guy. I don't know if you saw it. I said, "Give me that Puka jersey," because they were whacking this belt on the concrete. I said, "Hey, boys, do this." So I whacked the Puka jersey and they were whacking. I said, "That's a live look at the Ausmerican Aces hub and the PointsBet traders because they got cleaned out."
That's good.
But no, awesome. It was special, mate.
Were you a fan of Train Bun? That was a personal favourite of mine.
Oh, my mates love the quote. I love birds and I love points. Like, another little mishap.
Oh, fantastic. We might hang that up somewhere here or something like that just to really
we should get Jane Bunn on the show next week just to give us a little weather report.
Gosh, that would be
she's an ace. She's a fan of the show.
Jeez. Hit us up anytime you want. There we go. Give her a little tag or something like that. That'd be great.
Job in Denver because all their weather reporters should be sacked.
Seriously.
Hey?
What was that all about? We'll get into it a bit later. Yes, that sounds like an unbelievable trip.
Yeah.
You thoroughly and obviously enjoyed that one. So maybe, who knows? Maybe we might be able to go somewhere in 2 weeks' time. I don't know. What can we do, Morgs? What can we do?
Well, 100% I would. I'm trying to work out how it happens, but I'm not trying to get my hopes up either.
What do you reckon, Tommy?
I'm out because we're hosting the Tailgate Fest together. But I've asked Morgs, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon?
I'm going to
fund me or something like that. What are we?
I'm in. I'd love to help him out. I mean, I've flown him around the world all year. Might as well keep going.
We should try.
I don't know how charitable I am. It's like
if you wear that helmet on the plane, you're very charitable.
Oh,
just on that, I had this. Obviously, you would have seen the vision of me in this. Probably my favorite part of the whole thing was I got a bottle of water from the Delta airline. Went to take a sip and just straight into the grill. just if you were watching me on, it would have seen terrific footy.
The toilet at the back of the plane on Delta or Alaska.
I don't remember how they have to lift their helmet. Yeah, it was. I've never had that many eyeballs on me. I mean, obviously,
someone else does it for them. Just
Correct.
a little squirt on the side. They don't know how to do it themselves.
Mate, some of the looks.
Unreal.
We should just create talking about content away from the game and all that. On the way home, when he goes, I'll wear it on the plane. And we organised the boys from LA to do this skit video. They were legends, by the way. Shout out those lads. They're like, I go, Morgs, this is going to give you a little bump. Mate, Morgs just thumped him into the side. And we had to do 2 takes because we weren't ready. Like, I think something happens. This guy's like, okay, do it again, man. And everyone looking around going, what the fuck's going on here? Todd Gurley commented on it. He loved it. And then when we walked on, I just filmed Morgs obviously going to his seat and it was people laughing.
That was pure.
And people just like, what the fuck is wrong with this bloke?
I love that. That was just so authentic, I reckon. Just seeing everybody just staring at you, just like, that was funny. That was very funny.
And there was a packed plane.
Yeah.
So he couldn't put his helmet anywhere. So he had to wear it. He had to wear it on the plane. He couldn't put it anywhere.
You didn't take it off and put it on your fucking lap or something. You wore it the whole way.
No, if you have a bag like that, they'll say, excuse me, sir, I need you to put that under your seat or above. And I wanted to say, well, Dale, where am I going to put this thing? I'll throw it on my pill. So I did. But the best one was, and this is no word of a lie, there was a Rams fan that walked past me. Now, I was basically selling perfume in the can. I was that far back in the plane. But I was about 55D and an LA Rams fan walks past me and just rocked me with his shoulder, just cracked me in the side, which I rated from him. There was a bit of bad blood, but yeah, no, they don't.
Is that the guy that was on the video that smiled when I did the selfie video?
Yeah, probably was, but my ears are still ringing. But Sip, it's that tight. I don't know how you did it.
They are tight. They
hurt your cheekbones.
Yeah, they try and mold it to you as best you possibly can, but when it's a different ball game. You take that off in a second, I guarantee you'll have sideburns that are nice and red. So
I'm lightheaded.
I have no doubt. How nervous were you?
For the game?
Yeah. How nervous were you?
Yeah, I was really nervous. And I think you'll bring it up. But obviously being on content, which is hard being on content while you're also I was invested in the game. Absolutely. By the end, the content, I don't know if we posted any of it, but the phone, I look like Michael J. Fox.
So at the end of the game, I'm going, mate, you're going to film this the last play, and his hand's like this. I go, fucking slide a hand if you don't got it Call of Duty. You know, we need this. It's the last play. Stafford might throw a Hail Mary here. Anyway, ended up the time expired. And Dicko's punt at the end was just enormous, which we'll get into as we're going to talk. People listening, are you going to get into it? Yeah, we're going to get into the games in a second.
Yeah.
But obviously, Sip will talk to us about the ausmericanaces hub first.
Tell you what, you were magical, weren't you?
Tommy
touchdowns back in town. You're absolutely on fire with it all. We had some serious wins on the weekend. They were unbelievable. You want to share them? Like, you're going to pump up your own tires, or you want me to do the work for you?
Well, you went missing, mate.
You brought it up.
We've just put a sign.
You brought it up.
Anyone found Aaron Sipos?
You got a milk carton.
Prime time Sip is on holidays. We have public
that's
holiday,
okay.
obviously.
Don't worry about it. I'm all good, mate. It's okay. You got to keep quiet when they don't quite come your way.
Stay away from Sip on public holidays.
All of a sudden.
No, we absolutely.
I'm a family man.
We absolutely went to town. Yeah, both of us. I'm only taking the piss. Have a listen to some of these specials that hit on the ausmericanaces hub. It was a bloodbath for the PointsBet traders.
Unlucky.
A $21 wide receiver special. We had the Puka and the JSN Sutton Mims combined for $350 and $300, which was $15. They went bang. We had the Devontae short range tud. That was amazing. We had the Devontae long, the 30-yard reception. That was Train's deep ball. Bang. You know, obviously got the 35-yard pass, and then he got the short. So it was like, how good's that? Set up both of them. We had Sling City, both quarterbacks to combine for 600 scrimmage.
It was
and that includes their rushing, which Stafford actually went for a little one, which helps, and so did Darnold. And 5 tuds. We had 6 in there. I should have left it in there. That would have paid more, but that went bang at 17. And then we had the trend is your friend, $34. And we had either Puka or Devontae Adams to score. They both scored. We had JSN 90 yards. He had 150 plus. We had
JSN and Cooper or Cooper, and they both got the job done as well.
Scored. And then we had Kyron Williams under 70 rushing, because we know that Seattle does not allow any rushing yards at all, or any running backs to get going. And then we had Stafford 300 plus, because obviously if you're not running, you're going to throw it. And it was all ticked at 3/4 time, except for like 20 passing yards and Kyron, which didn't really get to work. It was all Corum. So like we were home with that one. So that's $34. And then we kept moving. It was my best bets on the NFC Championship. We had the Aces wide receiver and RB1s combined. That was a $351. And then we had the 4-piece and my high-risk touchdowns, which included Drake May and our man Cup. It was just a fill-up. And if the first game didn't snow, it would have been even crazier. We were on track. Everything was humming until the snow.
Agreed. Stedham was 130 yards at halftime and looked unbelievable. And then that comes in and obviously changes the whole dynamics of the game and makes it very, very tough. But yeah, well, that was extremely close to be getting that over the line too.
We had someone message us. We've had a lot of people. And by the way, we love it when you message us and say thank, and you send your bet slip so we can see what you've done. But we had an anonymous punter who messaged in. He goes, "You boys are dominating. My missus only approves me punting as long as it's your tips." How good's that? So big shout out to you, great man. We love that. And anyone else that's wondering what we're talking about, well, the ausmericanaces hub on the PointsBet app is humming, and we only have one game left, which is the Super Bowl. And we're probably going to get some specials up even earlier. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can cook up. We'll get the weather report right, which we did for the Seahawks and Rams game. But yeah, that was great. So anyone that got on this week, well done. And Sip, the trend is your friend. You put your mind to that one and all the other ones that people got on. And we'll stiff. Had the Mims deep ball 2.0, $21. He went 52 yards and got tackled at the 5.
That's it.
Had the Shaheed deep ball at 21s. He got tackled. I couldn't believe he got tackled. Mate, if that had a hit, it would have been absolutely Christmas.
Oh, jeez.
There was so much.
We were seeing them like beach balls in general, honestly. Plays that were happening that we just said were going to happen. It was amazing.
I'm loving the deep balls.
Yeah.
Big Mimsy's come to life, hasn't he?
He has.
Anyway, and Cooper Cup. I had everything going into Cooper.
What a story.
Yeah, what a story.
We'll get into that, I think.
Yeah, well, there's a rumor going around that they treated him like arse, Cooper Cup, online. More the the head honchos, not the football department. But the love pre-game and post-game, if you saw the videos, was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, well, Sammy, I think you should go shower, mate. I'm starting to cough.
You jumping on
all the body odor and all that. Go wash that jersey, King.
Clean it up.
Thanks for having me. I'm on a good trip. Thanks to the Aces family, and say good to your mum for me.
Oh, there you go. That is outrageous behaviour from Sammy Darnold. If you are loving this, don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more to come after the break, including breaking down the AFC and NFC Championship. Stay tuned for more.
And we'll be back.
You checked that Mogsy for us, mate?
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, nah.
Looks like you can do with the fiery goodness of PointsBet.
It's like hot sauce, but for sport.
And now it comes with lock screen tracker. So you can follow your bet even when you got your hands full.
Cheers, mate. I'd shake your hand, but
Same game multi from PointsBet, now with lock screen tracker. Yeah, that's built different. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Welcome back, everybody. The Aces NFL show. Gee, Sammy Darnold was up and about, Sip.
So he should be. He's an absolute champion.
He's a weapon. Having that helmet on, it made a lot of people's day, especially those losing Rams fans who were legends. Hey, big announcement, I should say. Our tipping competition. We have ourselves a winner. Can give us a little drum roll, can you? The winner of the Aces NFL tipping competition is Bailey Lawson. There you go, Bailey. Congratulations, mate.
Big Rams fan, so he's a bit stiff, but hey, you come out second best with this, mate. So well done.
Come out to play. He won by 5. Obviously, there's another game, but no one can get near him. Went 2 from 2 on the weekend. So he tipped Seattle as a Rams fan.
There you go.
But guess what, mate? You'll be getting the Puka Nakua jersey behind us. We're going to send that to you. Going to send you a box of Rixies, and we've got a couple other things, including maybe some tickets to the Tailgate Fest if you're not going there. So make sure you check your DMs. We've already been messaging you. But, mate, thank you so much and well done. You should maybe go hit up the PointsBet traders because you just see them like beach balls. So well done there, mate. Congratulations. And for everyone that missed out, well, I've got some great news. We're going to be giving away 2 Seattle NFC Championship hats. That's right. Sip and I have them on. Geez, I've got a pinhead, Sip. You've got a great head for hats.
I got a good pill for the hats, mate.
If you've got a good pill,
but a good pill.
If you've got a good pill, this is how you're going to win it. This is easy. It's simple, Sip. Do you know how you're going to win one of these bad boys?
Please share.
Simply enter by letting us know what your boldest Super Bowl prediction is. That's right. We want the boldest Super Bowl prediction in the comments below. And you must be a part of the Aces Clubhouse if you want to win this competition. So when you comment, just leave a little brackets, capital A, so that we know that you're a Clubhouse member. And you will be going in the chance to win one of these hats, which you can't find anywhere. We brought them back. They're pretty expensive, mind you, Sip. So I hope people enjoy them. You can't get them in Australia at the moment. Maybe next week if you wait and express. But these are hot property. Let's start it off, though. Sip.
We don't want any touchdown or that kind of bullshit or anything like that. We're talking bold. We are talking, let's see what you've got. We're talking ball's on the 1 yard line and Malcolm Butler comes in and intercepts the ball. That's what we are talking about. We're getting bold.
All right.
What do you got for me?
All right, I'll go bold.
All right. Hit me.
Cardi B dumps Diggs after a loss. She gets rid of him after they get beat by 30. That's the boldest I've got.
Excellent.
Sorry, Stefan. I apologise, Stefan.
Well, I'm going to be a bit cheeky maybe and just, Sam Darnold, everyone's giving me a bit of flack about that. But you know what? Stuff it. Maybe he's just going to throw 3 picks. I don't know. Maybe just 3 picks. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You're not going with
3 picks. Maybe 3 picks. Didn't say they'd lose or win. I just said 3 picks. So we'll go with that.
Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. Maybe they still win. Oh, geez. I've done my man Diggs dirty. I've done him dirty there.
No, mate. They call her Cuddy. Don't worry about
that. Get in the comments. Maybe the stupidest one wins. Who knows? All right. The team, Morgs is going to pick them out.
Give us bold.
We want bold. Make sure you join the clubhouse. We just hit 200 members, which is pretty cool. We want to see that get to 1,000 now. It's we're brewing something nicely in there, and we're looking forward to it. So keen to see your Super Bowl predictions, the bold ones. I'm going to take this off me, pinhead, because they don't suit me. That's why they're good for someone else at home.
Hats, man. I get it.
All right, Sip. Well, you're going to go into breaking news. What do you got for us?
Bit of breaking news. Bill Belichick, not in the first ballot Hall of Fame, fell short with 40 votes needing 50. Tough. Pro Bowler replacement, Browns quarterback, Shadir Saunders. That's a stinker, isn't it? Anyone heard of Trevor Lawrence? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe get that done. Anyway,
I like Sanders, by the way, but the Pro Bowl's dead, isn't it?
That's bad. Broncos fire OC Joe Lombardi. Sean Payton makes the calls anyway, so it doesn't matter. But there are a little bit of the breaking news. If I continue on, hired coaching staff, coordinators. Jonathan Gannon, ex-Arizona head coach at the Green Bay Packers as the DC. Chargers hire Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator.
Like that one.
Massive.
Like that one.
Huge. Love that with that offensive weapons that they've got there. I really like that. Bills hire Joe Brady. So promote within. OC, obviously, over the last few years, takes over the head coaching job. Big there. And this one I find interesting. The Steelers are hiring Mike McCarthy as the next head coach. I'm interested on your thoughts on that, Tommy.
Well, I'm interested to ask you a question.
Wow, okay.
Could this be the worst hire in Steelers history?
I think it's shocking. I don't know why they would do that, really. Is it, I don't know, is it to get Rodgers for one more year?
That's
I don't know.
all I can think of.
I don't know. Is it one more year to try and get him out, like history at Green Bay? But I don't see it. He had an unbelievable offense at the Cowboys and couldn't do anything with it. I'm not sure. So I'm not a fan.
Nah.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't like recycled things. I don't like leftovers. So if I go out for dinner, I don't want my leftovers. I'll just try smack it at dinner and I don't put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
So I don't want a third timer, you know? He was at Dallas, failed there. I think I actually like the way he goes about it in the media. Like, I actually thought he should just stay there.
Yeah.
I wonder, does anyone not want to, like, does no one want to go to Pittsburgh? I saw Arthur Smith, your man. He's been given the arse. I think he's Ohio State's offensive coordinator, head coach. Good luck to you boys.
Yeah.
Our man Maguire's there.
I'm not sure.
But it feels like no one wants to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, offense struggling. Don't know where your quarterback's going to be. Running back, one good wide receiver. Tight ends are okay. Defense obviously is going to be there. Maybe a couple retire. I just don't know.
Well, wasn't there this year, man?
And I just don't know what's going to happen there. So it's interesting times for the Steelers, and I'm not sure about that hire. It's fair to say.
We could sit here all day, but I don't want to talk about Pittsburgh Steelers because they made me change teams.
Yeah,
they made me change teams, as you say, you clown. Well, before we get into the games, we had our boys, the 100K. I stole Morgs away from the other Jevy and Das. They did a great job. But did you catch them? They held an event at the Kingston in the championship games, and they were on fire. And they found a fish. Did you catch the fish on footage?
I didn't actually.
Have a look at the fish sinking piss. This is going to be the quickest skull in history.
If the fish can do this one more time in under 4.5 seconds, and we get 1 point in the last quarter, it is a bucket of berries for every single table. And we get a point. Still bucket of berries for every table. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
That is unbelievable. Don't even ask me if I can do that.
I can't scull either.
Nah, that's unreal.
That is
unreal.
There you go. A schooner of berries as well.
Well done. That's a good event.
That is a great event. Sadly, they didn't get to shout at the bar. They had $1,000 running for a few things. They needed Kyron Williams or Kenneth Walker to get 60 yards rushing in the first half. Ooh. I think Kenneth was on 35, and they hardly had the ball, it felt like. And then, either of them did say missed out there, but from all reports, the bar, the Kingston was just electric going off, and a lot of them got on the ausmericanaces hub for the late game because of the snow.
Very good.
In the AFC, which we're going to talk about now. So let's get straight into it, Sip. This is where I'm going to lean on you because I was at the front doing content with my man that was like, fight, and all these absolute units. And I didn't really get to sink my big choppers into that first game. But as I said to you, I looked up when I was on the field talking to my man Chris Pratt, and it was snowing. And I was like, that's a disaster for the Maltese. So take it away. Those second half blizzard conditions were just not for the week, were they?
Well, no, it was crazy. The first half actually I thought was okay. I thought Jarrett Stidham got off to a really good start. I think almost 130 yards, maybe 120 yards in the first half. A couple of, that big, nice deep ball to Mims, which got the offense going. Scored a couple of plays later, and they looked really solid. They kind of had the Patriots on the back foot a little bit, their defense on the back foot, and it was a really, really strong start. And you thought, all right. They definitely tried to stuff the run. They did that reasonably well, and they go, all right, Stidham, let's see what you got with your arm. And he executed really well in that first half. They couldn't get going, the Patriots on the offensive side. Denver's defense was elite. And then late in that second quarter, Stidham gets a pretty stiff one, intentional grounding that ends up getting reversed into the ball actually going backwards. So technically it was a turnover. Gives them great field position, and that's where Drake Mayer is obviously able to score and makes that 7-7. They kick a little cheeky field goal then just to go up at halftime, and then all hell broke loose in that second half weather-wise. They come out after halftime, and the field is white, just snow going sideways. You could see the flags going everywhere. Just a genuine blizzard that just caused havoc. And was not fun football after that. It just became really, really tough. Field goal kickers had a horrible day. It was so rough. I'm probably lucky that Drake May scored that touchdown just before halftime and gets the field goal just before halftime, because who knows what would have happened after that. But I think both kickers missed 3 field goals each. Just incredibly tough football. They had great field position. The Broncos just couldn't do anything with it in the end. They had the Patriots backed up in some serious danger, and they did enough to just get out of some really dangerous spots. The defense held up, which they said, let's hold up and make sure Stedham has to beat us with our arm. And it proved to, work in the end for him. So it was just tough. Everybody on the sidelines trying to get warm. Reporters were even looking like they were completely frozen. It was just absolute mayhem there. And look, a really solid effort again by the Patriots. They didn't look like they were honestly the better team, in my opinion. I thought the Broncos, better field position, had a couple more plays, just didn't execute when they needed to. And that's kind of how I saw it in the end. But some pretty emotional stuff after the game. Stefan Diggs, obviously, I think everybody's aware of that big photo when he was with the Bills and watching that, and finally gets his opportunity to go to a Super Bowl. That was pretty emotional and pretty cool to see. So just absolute, as I said, absolute mayhem. Lucky the second game was really entertaining because there wasn't much to go from after halftime in that first game.
It was well said there by you, mate, because I'm just visualising the conditions, and obviously on TV I guess the way, like, Seattle was cold, like it was 6 degrees, but it was, as I said, the sun was out. I had the Rixies on, like it was like a different, I don't know, I've never been to the snow, but I'd imagine similar vibes. When I was on the internet after the game, I saw a video of Chicago and how it was like the coldest place in the world. And I was just thinking, like, playoff football, it really does turn. And it's such an advantage, Seattle playing at home, but like the Rams playing at home, indoors, the teams don't have to worry about that stuff. And it's a different style, like some teams prepare for that weather. I think we saw the clip of the Seahawks and Mike McDonald saying perfect conditions for us in that little real like pump up clip. Yep. So some teams, like I'd imagine, Derrick Henry and the Ravens, they're like, well, beautiful. The more it snows, the better for us. Our run game will get to work. But I don't know. It felt like that Broncos-Patriots game weather was just horrific for everybody. Mm-hmm. Like that's a nasty product. And I personally think we need roofs on 75% of the stadiums, because
it up even higher. To be honest.
Seattle's going to be like it was the weekend. Keep that lid away. Yeah. But Chicago, imagine they were hosting a game. Yeah. It would have been like 3-6.
Oh. It was the weather has been horrific, and it still is bad over there right now. It's just I think eventually you're going to have to get to a stage where, which it is starting to occur. There's at least 5 or 6 franchises where are now, indoor stadium. Let's not worry about the elements. Makes for good football later in the year. So it's certainly starting to turn around.
Well, have you seen a better comeback story than the one I'm about to tell you? So Leonard Taylor III, undrafted in 2024, waived by the Jets in 2025, signed to the Patriots practice squad in October.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Patriots only activated Taylor from the practice squad on the Saturday. Less than 24 hours later, Denver lined up for a game-tying field goal late in the fourth quarter to become the unlikely hero, tipping the kick, and the Broncos missed the equalizer.
Pretty cool story. It's amazing.
And Vrabel is that guy, isn't it? Like, he would have just got him just over the line and pumped him up just to get his fingertips on that ball. Yeah. I think, like what I just said, Leonard Taylor III, incredible story, and you just love it because, a lot of people out there, they're battling, and it's just a good little one. You always hear about the superstars, but the guys that are slogging it, he's probably getting paid peanuts, and everyone sees the big money, but these guys, they got to hang in there and make a decision. You've been there. And then Vrabel as well. Like, he's been there. That's what I love about him. Yeah.
And he was that type of player, I reckon, too. Like, just on the grind, had a few good years, obviously, but overall. So I think he knows what it's all about there, which is incredible to see. So on the funny side, though, did you see his little story about what the players said about him in terms of the curfew and that?
I did. I read it this morning. He's
very good.
No curfew, but if you missed the 8 a.m. bus, you're not playing in the Super Bowl. How good's that from the coach?
Great. I love it. So good. Kudos to him, which is good. But there is one question I need to ask you, Tommy, and I'm sure everybody is thinking the same thing, and that's obviously got to do with Bo Nix. Is the game different? Do they win if he is in that game?
Don't worry about Bo Nix. The Buffalo Bills should have been playing in that game, and Josh Allen would have smoked them, and we would have had the Bills playing the Seahawks. Now we've got the Patriots, who have had the easiest run in history. Sip, our friends at StatMate have sent me some stats. The Patriots, they've scored the fewest points ever in a playoff run, en route to the Super Bowl. 2025, Patriots, 54 points. The Ravens in 2000, 61, and Giants 2007, 68. Yeah. I mean, the Bills should be playing in this Super Bowl. Is when I read that question on the run sheet, I thought it's a good question. I think they might. I think they might win with Bo Nix because he can use his legs. And I thought that turnover from Stidham was the reason why they lost. But he was playing pretty well before that. But I don't think Bo Nix makes that mistake. No. And in the end, Drake May with his legs, in that conditions, I think Bo Nix with his legs would have been a better option at quarterback. So to answer your question, I think the Broncos would have won, but I still can't get over all the videos I continually just pop up on my feed, the Cooks catch and Josh Allen playing the Seahawks would have been Christmas. Because we're going to talk about the Super Bowl another time, but I just thought when you asked me that question, I was like, who deserved to be there? Yeah. I thought the Bills should have been there. And they would have won that game with the way they play.
I think so too. Yeah, I think they have enough weapons to get that done for sure.
Anyway, I don't know about you, but that game was putrid, and I don't really want to talk about it because we got a blockbuster to break down. I mean, we have a blockbuster to break down. Oh, Sip. I need to start off by saying your apology tour continues.
There's no apology. What do we got here?
You
what do we got?
Doubted old Tyler Hinbrain's man, Bo Nix, and now a certain quarterback that you didn't put in your top 15. Just put a top 3 quarterback performance up. He's the 4th highest passer rating in NFC Championship history. He's the first quarterback to win 30 games of football with 2 franchises in 2 seasons. Sammy Darnold was off his bloody head. He was slinging it everywhere. We had the Sling City bet, as you know, got up. And as I said to you, I mean, it's just incredible that you haven't got him in the top 15. And we could even throw to some footage. Where do you rank Sam Darnold amongst QBs? Just give me a number.
Overall, or just the guys still this year?
Just this year.
Oh, I still think he's mid-table. Yeah.
15?
Yeah, 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I think there's more talented quarterbacks that are out there. I think he's good at like what he does, but there's also times where he can be very, very sketchy. I don't think he has the ultimate consistency yet compared to some other guys in the league right now. He was amazing. That's no doubt. I'm not gonna shy away from that at all. There's no doubt in my mind that what he did on the weekend was amazing, and if he continues that consistently, then he moves up in the ranks, doesn't he? He's a better quarterback if he continues to do that every time. But we saw the last few weeks, he has 138 yards, and he probably didn't have to do much, but that's okay. The previous week in week 18 and that, 140 yards and that. So there are times where he doesn't look promising, but what he did on the weekend was outstanding. And if he continues to do that, and he does that in 2 weeks' time against this New England Patriots, they win by 20. It's a cakewalk for that team.
So power rankings with teams we do throughout the year and everyone changes them. I'll give you another chance. What rank do you have Sam Darnold at quarterback in the NFL now?
After that performance, you move him into the top 10 for sure. You have to. There's no doubt in my mind. Power rankings move all the time. You asked me that question a month ago, and that's what I had, and he has been pretty good. Division game, he didn't have to do much, but he did what he needed to do, which was excellent. Field position was excellent for him. He didn't have to do anything. It was smart. And then what he did on the weekend is that he said, jump on my shoulder. We need to get some good field position and make some plays, and that's exactly what he did. It was amazing, and that's what we saw earlier in the year. And if he does that again in 2 weeks' time, there's no doubt in my mind they're holding up the Lombardi and it's cruise control, and he's a top 10 quarterback. Easy.
There you go, top 10. I don't know if Dicko agrees. He might have him even higher, but...
there's no doubt. He has to. That's fair.
We have a little present for you. The Seattle Seahawks team said if you're going to not come over to San Fran and you're going to be at the Tailgate Fest and you're both going to host, well, at least get Sip a jersey. So we got you a brand new Sammy Darnold jersey. This one's fresh off the press. It's even got their 50-year anniversary. Sip, look at that. Bang.
That is great.
Got the Sammy Darnold special.
Attaboy.
So there you go. Congratulations from the
Seattle
Seahawks. Big shout out.
My lovely wife was wanting me to go, hey, why don't you just get Tommy to get a Seahawks jersey for you? I said, well, here you go, love. It's beautiful.
Well, there
it's
you
ready
go.
to
That's for your missus.
That's great.
Right,
no,
Rach?
I'll be wearing it next week.
Rach, that's for you. And Marshawn Lynch. He come up to us And he said, I'm not giving him the traditional. I need this bloke to stop being so sour. So he's got you a present. Nice, Sean Lynch said, I've had enough of that bloke. There you go, mate.
I am going to devour these on the way home. Don't worry about that. Thank you, Mr. Lynch. You're a superstar.
There you go.
Goddamn Skittles.
Woohoo! Hey, by the way, the sour Skittles in America, they have the coat on the outside. They have the grouse. They're the grouse.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Just got to voice my opinion. My opinion's changed. Well done, Sam.
Well, let's talk about Sammy Darnold's performance and JSN and all the big plays, the whole game, because I could sit here for hours and break this one down. It was an honor to be in the stadium and watch these two warriors of teams, quarterbacks, everyone. The skill positions, we had everyone just on full flight, just going bananas, and we got a show, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. We got an absolute show. Mm-hmm. But Sammy Darnold's no-look pass to JSN. I didn't know that he had a no-look, and JSN just sticking it in the glove there. Like, that was a play that me and Morgs in the stands were like, did that just happen? And then you go on the internet afterwards and you watch that. That was something that was crazy. I thought Stafford and Darnold's performance was some of the deep balls, man. I remember the one he threw to Puka early. Shahid's deep ball early was elite. And then some of the play calling from Clint Kubiak, is that how you like to say it? But he's probably copped it in the media probably a month ago when you were probably off Darnold. But that play call where he ran Cooper Kupp left, Shahid down the guts, and then he just ran JSN to the corner. Elite. That was just elite play calling, and a team that normally defends pretty well. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, man, all night we just had an absolute show, especially the third quarter. Yeah, 14 each. The last quarter didn't get any points, but it was so...
It was still electric, though. It was tense. Rams are driving the field to be able to go and win that game. Like, just amazing play calling by both sides. You know, Stafford lost that game, but God, he's a stud, isn't he? How about the fourth down call and they get the taunting on Woolen, and Woolen's just talking absolute dribble. Okay, all right, heat in the moment, great. Give away the flag, and then Stafford just goes, you know what? Let's go to him. And Puka Nacua is out against him one-on-one, gets the job done legitimately the next play and goes, how about that? Like, just unbelievable. Such a stud and incredible year for him. Doesn't get, the ultimate goal of winning, but he was an absolute stud. And just as you said, the game was just quality. We literally saw all the stars do their thing.
Mate.
Every single one of them. Puka, 160. JSN, 150. Adams 85, and just everybody was on show and amazing to watch. I couldn't imagine live.
Deep ball, both quarterbacks. I thought running backs made big plays. Even Coram was good. Parkinson had his usual big catch and big play. Special teams, but I've got to talk about my man and your man.
He's
our
phenomenal.
Man. Big, phenomenal. Give me that big dick energy. Some of those punts, mate. I actually think
he's a monster.
I think one of them went 70 yards. I know you might think I'm talking shit.
No.
One of them was missiled that high. Yeah. This might have been his second punt when he fumbled it and he jumped back on it. And I literally looked at Morgs and said, this is a monster. And then when it come down, which you wouldn't see on the TV, when it was up, the way it comes down like a bloody missile.
It's a missile.
And
it just drops on you.
And the ball was cold in that second half. So when he went back and he fumbled, he should have just jumped out the way in hindsight, but he's trying to catch it. But that one was a monster. And then when they're pinned deep, 30 seconds left, I thought Darnold's ball security on that third down play call. I thought there's a few iffy calls in the last drive. We'll talk about that in a second. But for Dicko to get the ball back, punt them and pin them deep, which you would love seeing that.
I love it.
And then Stafford they had no timeouts. Puka makes a play. Unfortunately, they don't have a timeout. He doesn't go out of bounds. Game's over. But if they make that, he's got the Hail Mary play, and the whole crowd is shitting themselves like when Kyron Williams scored and put them 13-10 up. And in the end, it was a game over, and the crowd went wild, and it was just confetti everywhere. But, mate, the whole up and down all game was... So good. And that Woolen call, we didn't know what was going on in the stands. We're like, who was it on? So I went to check the Aces WhatsApp, and everyone's like, what an idiot. Yeah. And when it was a 15-yarder and they'd already, I was like, oh, that's big. And then I see the replay of Stafford getting chirped. So he's like, fuck it, Puka, just go deep. Huh? How good is it?
So good. That's why the NFL is the best game in the world, man. And in all honesty, it's the best game in the world. And you just love, it's just absolute entertainment, theater, whatever you want to call it. It's just amazing.
Oh, mate.
What a game.
And what about...
It's almost a Super Bowl in a way, which is a bit, we'll get to that obviously eventually, but it just... Just that it was amazing. Arguably, you just want those two teams almost going at it in the Super Bowl, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, 100%. That's why when we went over there, I said, this is the Super Bowl, Morgs. This is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're going to get treated to one of the best games. I cannot see this being I could not see the defenses jumping on top of each other. The quarterbacks are just too good.
Yep.
And when Stafford's up, you've got to start slinging it. And when you got JSN, Shaheed, Cup, you got the tight ends, you got the running back, there's just so many weapons out there. It come down to Dicko. I honestly think Dicko changed the game because there was no interceptions. No. Besides from that fumble, that was a turning point.
It was.
And then the fourth down play call, which I want to ask you. This is probably the one thing that I thought.
For the Rams going to
sure,
score.
They kick the field goal. Because if you got 5 minutes left on the clock, if they kick a field goal, then Sammy Darnold and the Seahawks, they have to play a different style in terms of they chewed the clock up for. But if they kick that field goal instead of going for it on fourth down, I think twice they converted with Stafford's legs once, which he's a freak. I don't know how he did that. Yeah. And then they miss on the fourth down, but they kick the field goal there. I reckon they only have to get the ball back to halfway and they could win. I thought that was probably the play call that they regret.
Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? Down by 4, you got 4.5 minutes on the clock, plenty of time to get the ball back.
They chewed the clock, man. They were running the ball and they were just milking the clock. Yeah. And in the end, as I said, we did not get any points in the last quarter, which that would have been paying 100-1 after just putting 28 up in the third. Yeah. So to get no points, it was like they were just chewing it. And it was a bit of a weird one for me. I thought they just keep going, toe to toe with the arm.
Honestly, I thought so too. I just thought you go down by 1 though, with still enough time on the clock though, and your defense is holding up. As you said, no points scored in the last quarter. Defense is holding up, all right.
You'd have timeouts. Like he used a lot of timeouts.
Timeouts left as well. So yeah, I thought it was a little bit interesting with just the amount of time that you had on the clock, and it just. You can understand why they've been aggressive with it all day. Why try and change it, particularly when you're, 6 yards away from your own goal line. Maybe they're expecting if they do turn it over, maybe it's like, they have to go the whole field. But yeah, an interesting one for sure.
You got a feel for Devontae Adams, don't you? Oh. He's now 0-5 in conference championships. He's been a 12-year NFL career vet, you'd call him. 0-4 with Green Bay, and now 0-1 with the Rams. Who's had more of a heartbreaking NFL career in your opinion, Devontae Adams or Josh Allen?
You'd probably have to say Devontae Adams in the end. Josh has still got plenty of time left. Devontae not so much, and particularly when you've been on the best teams. Green Bay, I think out of those 4, I think 3 times they finished the number 1 seed and were in the box seat, home field advantage. Got the best quarterback in the game. MVPs there. And you're like, we've got home field advantage here. Here's our chance. I think you would probably have to go with him, unfortunately, because he's had stud quarterbacks, great teams, and just haven't been able to kind of get it done over the line. Whereas Josh has time. He needs a few more pieces around him to be able to get it, and I still think he has a genuine shot at it. But, you have to feel for him for sure.
And an honourable mention to Tyler Lockett.
Oh, jeez. How about that?
So he started in 2015. They just won in 14. Then he leaves this year, and they go straight to a Super Bowl. Yeah. I actually feel sorry for him.
Yeah. And he was such like a stalwart for him, wasn't he? He's just like the go-to guy. Yeah. Just when they were struggling, who was going to get the ball. Going to be Tyler Lockett. And, it's unfortunate circumstances.
Mike McDonald is honestly on a generational run, though. Like in the second half, before this game, no one had really scored. Now it's just the fourth quarter. You don't throw or score touchdowns on him at all. I don't think he's had one in a playoff. He's the 3rd youngest coach to make a Super Bowl in the history of the NFL. It's why I don't like the Steelers hire and a few others. I like the young, enthusiastic coaches that work their ass off. Man, this guy doesn't even speak to his son during the week. He just gives him 30 minutes. Now, I don't know about that being a family man. By the way, I found out his son's a 5-month-old. I think that's people need to know the context. But this guy is just grinding, and he has a system, and it's all about them. He said that on the stage when they won. He's like, it was all about us. We didn't care about anyone else. I just love the mindset. I love his game plan. And I actually would be scared shitless if I was the Patriots because if they can't generate points in the first half, you're going to be cooked in the second half. You're going to have to pull a rabbit out the hat. I just can't see them scoring in the second half. We're going to save this for next week. But what I saw on the weekend was just clinical.
Yeah, well, what else did you see, Tommy? There's one other thing that you saw really well. I was seeing like beach balls, and we have to mention it. It's probably Cooper Kupp, isn't it?
Oh, mate.
Well, you were seeing him like beach balls, Tommy. So let's check out what the Ram had to say last week.
Cooper Kupp. is going to score in this game. And it's going to be like that storyline.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, 2 touchdown performance against his former side, the Rams, and takes the Seattle Seahawks to the Super Bowl. I can just see it. Now, is it 2? I don't know, but it's definitely 1. I don't think he scored all year.
He hadn't had a big influence on the game. He's starting to get a little bit more on the receiving yards, but in terms of scoring,
but the red
not
zone,
a lot.
man, he's been. I saw reports weeks ago that they're trying to get him involved. I think there was like a little jet sweep and there's all these little passes like the red zone. And I was like, it just makes sense. He's playing the Rams. They flicked him. You know, JSN's going to get double teamed. Shaheed's more of a deep ball threat. So when they get tight, it's more, even you saw Bobo, they had a set play for him. But yeah, Cooper Kupp.
Phenomenal.
That's 6 from 6 this year. And Sip, I'm going to go 7 from 7. We have 1 game left and it's the Super Bowl. I am seeing them like beach balls. And do we have something special for you? We're going to promote it now, Sip. That's right. We are going to promote the PointsBet exclusive special, the first touchdown scorer. If you pick a first touchdown scorer and they score the second one, well, guess what? You win. So if you want to pick Cooper Kupp this week and he scores the second one, well, you get paid out a winner. So you have actually got 2 chances at it.
That's nice.
And that's something different for us. But I would love to have a go at that with you next week.
Gladly.
Because that is going to be elite. So turn up the heat with PointsBet this Super Bowl. Place a bet on your first touchdown scorer. And if they score the first or the second touchdown, you get paid out as a winner. Yeah, that is built different and that is what we love. So make sure you check that one out. Just a little early first touchdown scorer for you, just for today. We're not going to lock this one in. But
early one, I might just go early and just get on. I'm going to get on Walker.
I reckon Big Bad Barner. They drew one up for him and he dropped it. But there's
AJ action.
There's a little bit of AJ action there. She's a big boy, by the way.
Yeah.
Those tight ends are big boys.
Yeah.
Monsters.
And it's amazing they can move as well as they do, and they hold that much muscle on. It's impressive.
Oh, mate, it's super impressive. I tell you what was impressive, just the whole experience. Just a big shout out to the Seahawks. Big shout out to Morgs, DT, Benny, yourself, the Roland team, everybody behind the scenes. We put some silly content out there. We hope you enjoyed. We want to do more of that. To everyone that got on the hub and celebrated the wins, it was elite. But guess what? We've got one more game coming. So we're going to gear up next week. We're going to be absolutely ready to go. We've got some cool, exciting news to come. We've even got 3 tight ends from the NFL that are going to be in this studio, and we're going to interview them on the Friday. We'll try to turn that content around. And then if you want to go to the biggest Super Bowl party in town, you get to the Tailgate Fest. Me and Sip are going to be hosting. I should say Sip and I. Apparently that's how you should say it. Sip and I will be hosting, and it's going to be electric. So make sure you get down there and check it all out. It's going to be amazing. All right, Sip. Well,
another fantastic week, mate. It's great.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah.
And it gets even better next year.
Yep.
Super Bowl, guess what date it falls on?
What day?
Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So let your missus know, strap her in, get the jerseys ready, and let her know that Valentine's Day will be the greatest day of all time next year.
Might be in America.
That's all, folks. Big shout out to our friends at PointsBet who power this big show, and to Sip Boss for joining us every single week. And our man Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. Morgs, rocking the helmet on an Alaska flight from Seattle to LA. What an absolute pelican. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
You check that Mogsy for his mate?
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, nah.
Looks like you could do with the fiery goodness of PointsBet.
It's like hot sauce, but for sport.
And now it comes with lock screen tracker. So you can follow your bet even when you got your hands full.
Cheers, mate. I'd shake your hand, but...
Same game multi from PointsBet, now with lock screen tracker. Yeah, that's built different. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.